by the University of Zimbabwe, association, which is, regards to cyber technology. They are experts in the industry, they're experts in the field, and it's your one and only, the only Ngonidzashe, and I'm joined with beautiful ladies. Well, ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What's your names? I would love to know your names. I'm just seeing smiling faces. I would feel it an honor, a privilege to know your names. Let's get to know each other. I'm Ngonidzashe. What's your name?
My name is Ngonidzashe Walter, and I'm a recent graduate who studied cybersecurity and forensic auditing here at the University of Zimbabwe.
Wow, that's a thick CV. Okay.
All right, nice to meet you, Ngonidzashe. My name is Ngonidzashe Walter. I'm a part-final student studying cybersecurity and forensic auditing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, phenomenal.
Okay, thank you. My name is Ngonidzashe. Currently, I'm part 3 attachment studying cybersecurity and forensic auditing at the University of Zimbabwe.
Wow. Again, a beautiful lady right there.
Okay, my name is Ngonidzashe. I am a part 2 student at the University of Zimbabwe, and I am also studying cybersecurity and forensic auditing.
Phenomenal. Deep, profound.
Thank you. I am Jessica Shiamano. I'm a part 1 student, also studying cybersecurity and forensic auditing.
Wow. Part 1, and you're already, on radio. Welcome to Pachikomo FM. So we are Pachikomo FM 98.6. We are broadcasting live from the University of Zimbabwe, the premier institution of learning in the land of Zimbabwe and beyond. Ladies, what is social engineering? Because, as we are in this world of technology, people don't understand what exactly social engineering is. Can you get, to explain what that is?
Okay, so when we look at social engineering, we are basically looking at a type of cyber attack whereby individuals are manipulated into giving out information about themselves to hackers, and then this information is then later used by the hackers to gain access to people's personal details and credentials. They can gain access to people's bank accounts as well. And then it's not just about us as individuals being hacked by these hackers. It can also be used in organizations whereby if one individual is fooled by these hackers into providing certain credentials and passwords about themselves, it's then used by these hackers to gain access to information about an organization, and can lead to ransomware attacks and other types of attacks within the organization taking place.
But I feel, I rushed. I did not allow you to introduce where you're coming from. Where exactly are you coming from? Are you ready to walk us through? Because, someone is listening to the radio right now, but they don't know exactly what association you're standing for. Where are you coming from? Can you please give us that background?
Okay, so we have a club, a cybersecurity club that was officially opened this year by our honorable guests. I remember one of the guests was Honorable Minister Material. So it's a cybersecurity association club whereby cybersecurity enthusiastic students gather together, they share information, we share ideas in how best we can improve our cybersecurity world within Zimbabwe. As you can see, the digital world is constantly evolving, so we had to come up with a club or an association whereby students can come up with ideas, join together, and develop ourselves into becoming cyber gurus in the world. So that's basically where we are coming from, and this is part of some of the cybersecurity students, but it's only the girls side. We also want to showcase our talents, that we are also the same as the guys. This field is many people say it's male dominant, but I believe us as girls as well can also be equal in also doing this. So this is where we are coming from. Yes.
That's so lovely and exceptional. I love it when ladies are taking charge, particularly in this technology, space, because this is something that usually, you look at the Bill Gates of this world, you look at the Elon Musk of this world, they are male. So when you see, you know, ladies dissecting or getting into that space, it's 98.6 FM. We are broadcasting live from the Premier and Premium Institution of Learning, and joining me today, you know, is a set of ladies, beautiful ladies, but not just ladies. These ladies, yeah, very beautiful. I don't know how to put it across, but these ladies are coming from the UZ, you know, cyber security desk or portfolio with a thick CV. You know, some are graduates, and you know, some are about to just graduate and get into the industry. Now, I want to understand, how does social engineering work? Can you walk us through how it works, and how does an individual or an organization protect themselves against this cyber, you know, against this social engineering attacks that you have highlighted in your preface?
Okay, so when it comes to that, we're going to start, you have to know the types of social engineering, like how attackers use to gain information from companies, from individuals. So I'll talk about pretexting, whereby an attacker can create a fake scenario. Like, for example, you can use, maybe I'm from bank, and hi, even a comment called hi, you were saying
Couldn't say, you know, congratulations, you have received data. Is that part of
yeah, something like that. There you can receive data, or maybe something like that. So the moment you try to when they ask you for you maybe to try log in or set in your password, at that moment the details that you are putting in to be connected to your website, and they'll be able to gain information to that. So yeah.
Okay, so how do we protect ourselves as a company, or probably as an individual, against these social engineering attacks?
Okay, before we move further, I think there is one type of attack which is now dominant within the cybersecurity world, which is phishing, whereby attackers, they will send you an email or a text or a message. It looks legit, but then it won't be legit. So as a person who is more cyber aware, you need to be very aware of the emails and the text that you provide to these people, because we don't even know these people. And the moment that you provide your email, your credentials, your passwords, your usernames and everything, that's when the attacker gain access. So I feel like that's one of the cyber attack that is most dominant, and most people are failing to prevent themselves from that attack specifically. So how do we protect ourselves from social engineering in general? I think this is also in regards to, as an organization, as an individual, you need to be educated, you need to be cyber aware. What do I mean by this? This digital world is constantly evolving. So I think besides being a part of information technology, I think we also need to learn what is cybersecurity, what really happens in the world of cybersecurity. And when I face a challenge, what do I do? Where do I do? And how do I go about it? So that's the first thing that you can also protect yourself from these social engineering attacks. And you, as an organization, you need to stay up to date with the software patches that have been provided by the service providers. This helps you to protect yourself, not only on yourself but also your employees, from their information being leaked. It also protects the face or the image of the organization. Imagine hearing, for example, CBZ has been hacked, for example. People won't trust you, not just because you fall into that, but then they're saying you can't keep the information of people or the credential of people safely. So that's one other method that you can use to protect yourself from these social engineering attacks. And then there's also the use of multi-factor authentication. By this, for example, Facebook. Many people use Facebook. So when you log in, a verification code is sent to your email to verify if it's actually you who is logging to your account. So that is more like multi-factor authentication. This helps you from being lured by attacks. To give examples, many people these days are facing problems with these social engineering attacks. So as a person who is cyber aware, someone who knows knowledge about the cybersecurity world, you need to make sure you have a multi-factor authentication enabled on your devices. It's a very simple step that you need to do. Just create a Gmail and then you link your Facebook with the Gmail and so forth. So those are some of the measures that you can do to protect yourself from social engineering. So I'll leave this time to Nicolette to finish the other ones.
Okay, to add on how to protect ourselves from social engineering attacks, we must also conduct regular security awareness training. Since this world is evolving, these attacks, they change. Like also hackers, they also try new attacks. So as cyber security analysts, we must be educated on how to protect ourselves from these attacks. And also, we must use organizations and individuals. They must practice use of encryption and use of secure communication channels. By encryption, either by asymmetric or symmetric encryption, whereby a text is converted into unreadable text, so that it will be accessible to those who should be responsible. Okay, and also organizations should monitor for suspicious activities and report incidents. I can relate this to my dissertation topic. I did a research on detecting cyber attacks in ERP systems. So if organizations implement systems like that, it will help to detect those attacks. They will never happen. Those attacks will never happen undetectable. They will be able to see these attacks before they happen. And also, develop an incident response plan should be exercised by organizations.
Okay, thank you very much. But
I want to add on the solution and how to avoid social cyber attacks. So actually, some days I actually did a research on phishing, right? So you can create a fake website, a fake link. Right? I will create a fake link and I'll send it to someone that I want to attack. The moment you just click that link, because it looks like maybe it's Facebook or maybe it's Instagram. You know how teenagers are. You ask, hey, 1,000 followers. You know how you were so obsessed about having many followers on Instagram. But actually, you say, okay, so it's Tino, you plugs maybe Instagram, and she's so fond of followers. Actually, create a link which has maybe tells you if you click this link, you earn 1,000 followers. And the moment you're going to click that link, and in me as an attacker, I'll be waiting in my terminal. The moment you just click or you just enter your details, your username and your password, it automatically appears in my terminal that I'm using. So on the solution, sometimes before we click my links, right, there's something like HTTP and HTTPS. And if you find out quickly the link that you're clicking is HTTP and it doesn't have the S because the S stands for secure, then don't click it, because the moment you just open it, that's the end of it. Even on WhatsApp, the same thing has always been happening, though they're actually improving when it comes to the authentication. They're using now multi-factor authentication and people. But at the same time, you as yourself, you should educate and understand how these things evolve. Because I think now these people take it for granted. You know, cybersecurity, like, it's not yet that important. Like, people don't take it seriously in this world. Though nowadays we check, we're naturally moving into the technological world, and we need to improve because everything is outside. If the data is always in even companies, they have data, they're using data online, and they're keeping their everything online. And me as an attacker, I can just take advantage of that to gain information and destroy maybe a company's reputation. What she was saying with CVs, imagine being attacked, like the reputation is going to be done. Because us as customers will be like, you know what, I can't use it because I know I'm going to be losing my money. People are hacking, they are stealing the money, people are stealing my information, and people are now taking over my accounts, and so yeah, that's another solution we can tackle.
Wow, thank you so much. I think beauty with brains. Now, just switching over to my left side. Yeah, I know you have something to say. What do you want to say?
Okay, I wanted to add on how we can protect ourselves from these social engineering attacks. So the thing is, if you check it, nowadays we are all reluctant in giving out our information to anyone. If someone comes and asks you for your name, then they ask you, where did you learn? Then you're basically handing out your information, your date of birth and stuff. And if you check, most people make use of their date of birth as their credentials on bank accounts and stuff. So it's really easy for someone to make use of that information in attacking you and gaining information from you. So it's really important for us to protect ourselves by making use of password management systems, whereby we change our passwords regularly so that they are not so that we don't let people gain access to our information without us having done some form of action ourselves. So basically we should put in methods in place in organizations, let's say policies, whereby there are policies that are written and employees are told not to give out certain information about an organization, no matter the role of this person in an organization. Someone can easily come to your email and say that they're the CEO of a company, send me this amount of money, and then you send it, but then you are not really certain if that is really the CEO. So we shouldn't be giving out information to anyone without having gotten proper authorization from the people in charge in organizations.
Wow, thank you so much. I think just because our time has run out, we'll end it here, ladies. But I think you spoke to some of the things that we take for granted, and I'm sure the listeners at home and the listeners on campus right now, they take these things for granted. I remember I received a message sometime saying you've won 5,000. I don't know, 5,000 pounds. So to retrieve the money, you should actually enter your details. And just out of the love of money, I had to sell out my name, my date of birth, and I'm just realizing that I was a victim of a social engineering attack. Okay, so before we conclude, I would just like to give you, just a minute so that you just maybe each say your concluding remarks if you and yeah.
Okay, so on the concluding remarks, so I just want to give, some time ago we had a cyber security awareness. So people, when you have cyber security awareness, let's attend, because we get taught this cyber social engineering, even the cyber attacks, there are physical cyber attacks, there's online cyber attacks. So we should attend this awareness. Like, do you think recently we're having a monthly cyber awareness month? So I think we should literally attend those those conferences, because they awaken us and make us learn, and also learn how the digital world is evolving as we.
Okay, thank you. The next.
In conclusion, I'll just say, in the cybersecurity world, trust no one. Okay, because you end in tears. Definitely, you end in tears. Trust no one. And I would also want to encourage other girls to be part of these interviews, conferences. It boosts our confidence. It's also the market is very competitive, as you can see. So as girls, we also need to upskill ourselves with the knowledge, with the skills, with the technical experience and everything, so that we also want to show these guys that we are also like them. We can also do this as the girls. So that's what I also want to urge other girls to join the association.
Thank you so much. So how do you join? I think the next person will answer.
Okay, if you want to join this Cybersecurity Association Club, I myself am the secretary of the club. I will leave my details to Ngonidzashe. Then you can inbox and I will give you a form so that you can fill. So I urge you all students from the computer engineering faculty to join this club. I think it will help you to understand what is cybersecurity, how to protect yourself from cyber attacks, and also how to be aware of these attacks. I think all ladies from this faculty should join. We should be motivated by our minister, who is a lady in the field of technology. I think the future of cybersecurity is safe in the hands of women.
Wow. You know, Honorable Tatenda Military is one lady who's exceptional.
Actually, I'm really motivated. Role model. She is my role model.
You get there one day.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, okay, let's switch over to the left side. What are your concluding remarks?
Okay, so I am in agreement with Anisu. We shouldn't be trusting anyone, any random person who comes into our DMs, emails, and informs us that they're the CEO or the managing director of this company. They are offering you a job, but you have to enter your account details and stuff. Just check before you make any action. Confirm with the authorities. Check if this person is really trustworthy before you hand out your information. So in our day and age, it's really important for us to engage with the authorities before we let out any information to any random individual, because you never know. It might be you tomorrow who's facing the same situation and your information is being hacked and you're losing a lot of money just because you couldn't ask the next person who is a higher ranking in an organization.
Thank you. Leslie.
Okay. So in conclusion, I would want to say there's nothing for free in this world. So people should stop clicking on any link. Yes, you don't win an advert from nowhere.
Yeah.
The internet. Please don't click those pop-up adverts.
Yeah.
You will end in tears.
Wise words right there. You know, nothing comes for free. And on that note, let's call it a day, ladies and gentlemen, our valued listeners from home. You know, the beautiful ladies that I have right now, I'm about to get the tags and everything, you know, so that because I'm single, by the way. But it was your host, DJ Ngoni, on Pachikomo FM. We are 98.6 FM. You can get in touch with us and you can send your comments to them on 0776 34 888. That is our WhatsApp platform. Thank you very much.
Pachikomo, now the ultimate power in the universe.
Pachikomo FM. It's